Hello. Phone connected.
Hello. Right, ready to go? Off-road. Holy cow. That's a bit crowded.
Another beautiful morning with amazing weather in Scotland. Weather-wise, it looks like we were incredibly lucky to have so many sunny days through the entire trip. Scotland treated us really well, can't complain here. Distance-wise and for the right time, the day was going to be the longest, I believe. Almost 5 hours of pure road time, which in reality takes significantly longer. Which is not a bad thing at all whenever you travel through such remarkable places and beautiful landscapes.
Which way we're going? Okay. After you. That was quite some ride.
Yeah. Pretty good. Ah.
The Cairnwell Pass was nicknamed the Devil's Elbow due to its double hairpin bend and was tackled by the Queen and Prince Philip, an iconic photograph. The A93 pass was straightened in 1960s to bypass the hairpin bends, but the original track remains. The route forms the highest public road in Britain and is regularly used by classic cars and motorbike enthusiasts. After Devil's Elbow, we did a bit more riding and stopped for a quick lunch at the place called Number 31. In fact, it is a bar, but they also serve food during the day. Here was the point where we had to decide either to continue following the planned route passing Glasgow or we change it slightly and pass closer to Edinburgh instead. And we decided in favor of the second option. So we jumped back on the bikes, left the town, and we even covered quite some miles when my GoPro let me down. At some point I noticed it doesn't record, so we had to stop at the nearest petrol station to sort this problem. It refused to turn on again, which happened already in the past once or twice. Anyways, eventually I got my GoPro back to life and we continued to ride. Pretty soon though, we hit another obstacle: traffic. The closer to Edinburgh we were getting, the more traffic was building up. It would be a shame to be in this situation and not to use the advantage of the transport we had. So we did. Eventually, we crossed the bridge and left the motorway. Back to Scottish freedom. We finally arrived to the place where we were supposed to stay for the night. This time it was B&B and it was... well, check it out yourself. We are in Moffat, a small town which was a centre of wool trade and a spa town back in the days. Moffat Ram, a bronze sculpture which sits on top of a fontaine, was commissioned in 1875 to celebrate the town's long association with sheep farming and the wool trade. The author of the Ram sculpture was William Brodie. The most interesting fact about it, the ram has no ears. A mistake that was publicly pointed out at the unveiling ceremony to rather embarrassed Brodie. There is even a legend that he took his own life because of that, but that's not true. Why he forgot to give the ram ears, I have no clue though. Moffat High Street is a joy to explore. Many of the buildings have retained their historic character, which was constantly giving me the feeling we travelled back in time. Some places of interest as you walk around might include the famous Moffat Toffee Shop, the Star Hotel, the narrowest detached hotel in the world, and the oldest pharmacy in Scotland. All in all, a lovely little town with a very rich history. The next morning we enjoyed a self-made breakfast, packed our stuff, and it was pretty much the time to say goodbye to this lovely place. I definitely made use of that sauna. It was such a nice thing to have to relax after a long day ride. From now on, it felt very much like it was the end of the journey, as we had just few hours to ride to get to the ferry. And we just enjoyed the last miles of beautiful Scottish roads as for the last day of our trip. However, we suddenly came across one more interesting place, Kenbridge Hotel. We stopped there for a short break to stretch our legs and give it some rest, and drink a cup of tea, as this place also has a bar and a restaurant, and a beautiful views. Well, my friends, this is the end of my story. The story of how two bikers rode through Scottish Highlands. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope this inspired you for your own journey. Thanks, and see you in the next.